Hey guys, what's up? This is the Bull here. God bless. I was just taking a stroll around the garden and I went out to feed my chickens and, did a little walk around, did a little inspection of the property. And I noticed that a good sized branch off my loquat tree was laying on its side. And by further inspection of the plant, I see that it's snapped off, right? But it's not completely off. It's just hanging by a little thread, just by a little bit of the bitty, that's keeping that branch alive. It's just getting a little bit of that cadmium fibers or whatever that run through, the bark of the plant. And that's the cadmium, that's what's just keeping it alive, just by a little teeny little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carefully try to lift it up without it completely snapping off. And I'm gonna ground airlay it. So I'm gonna try to see if I can carefully airlay it, and then I'm gonna just lay it right back down into the ground, and then I'm gonna just cover it with soil. And that's it. I'm not gonna put I don't have it with me anyway, any rooting hormone. I don't have any. So I mean, it's not really necessary to have it. It just improves your chances of the plant taking good root. So after I do that, I'm gonna just cover it with soil. It's not the perfect time to be doing this because it's, we're still in winter, it's still a little cold. We still got, I'd have a better chance with it, if it was in March, April, whatever. But I don't want to take the chance that it completely comes off and then it just dries up and dies. So I'm gonna go ahead and airlay it, ground airlay it, and cover it with soil and see. And I'll check back with you all in April, May, and see what it be looking like. All right, so let's go ahead and get this done. All right, there's the branch, right? As you can see, it's a good sized branch with lots and lots of other small little branches on it. I really would love to save this branch and have another tree in the process. All right, as you can see, it's got a big long, it's about 5 feet long, I'd say. And let me see if I can show you here where it snapped off. Right down there. You can, let's see, there you can clearly see where it snapped off. And it's just being held on just by a little bit back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and air layer this here. So either way, it has to be done because the tree's not gonna survive like that forever. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done, and hopefully this will take root sometime probably by May. Should show some roots on it and whatnot. But let me go ahead and start carving this baby up. All right, I'm gonna do her from here to about right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and cover up with some soil. I have to be super careful because she can easily just snap off by me wiggling on it. this gonna be pretty tricky here, right? Because you need to get all this Cambrian skin off of here. You gotta really scrape down on it really well, and it's very tricky because I can't really, well, I can probably lift her, but I have to be careful laying her back down. So we're gonna see how we get this baby here scraped up real well. You really got to get all that green stuff off there, because if you don't, just a little bit of it, that'll give it just enough life to carry through there, and your air layer won't work. All right, I'm gonna try to lift her up and check the other side and make sure. Well, I'm pretty sure I gotta scrape that a little bit, because I don't believe that it's perfectly clean. All right, she's looking pretty good there. This knife is so sharp, it just barely touched me. And put a little cut on me, but just a little, just, lightly. All right, so as you can see here, the air layer has been done. It's nice and clean, completely off there. So I'm gonna get her close as I can to the ground there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull off a couple of these leaves here. Get her down nice and low there. I need her touching the ground there well. I'm gonna add some soil around her and then just cover her up. And I'm probably gonna put, after I cover her up with soil, I might put something over that there. So maybe I'll put a heavy brick there just to make sure that it's nice and compressed in there, and it's making contact with the soil throughout. And I'll leave that there for a few months, and hopefully we can save this beautiful loquat. If she's saved, she's gonna be a beautiful tree there. So, all right, so. All right. Go ahead and step on her a little bit. All right, let me get a little bit of water on her there, just to get all those air pockets out of there. Making sure that that air layer there is touching ground everywhere and there's no air pockets. All right, it's all up to Mother Nature now. We'll keep an eye on her and see how she's looking in the spring, and it'll be pretty easy. Then I just lift up the block and see if I see any roots out of there, and if she's there, then it's all good, and we'll have a second tree. Okay, I came back with some mulch. I mulched the whole thing there to tighten things up, keep everything nice and firm, to preserve moisture on the soil that's underneath there, and keep it nice and warm. So hopefully we will have some rooting taking place over the next couple of months, and then we can get this baby potted up. I forgot to mention that this branch snapped because last week we had a cold front come through. It snowed and it iced up, and the branches were hanging really, really low. And I thought that it was, because it normally would do that because these branches are very fragile. So I thought it was just leaning down because of the weight from the snow and all that. But after checking it later on, I noticed that the branch actually had snapped. So hopefully this will be a cure, and we can get a secondary tree out of this mishap. Okay, y'all take care. God bless.